The Ford Bronco is soon going to be bucking harder than ever before. Ford announcing the launch of the new Bronco Raptor high-performance version of the SUV that's inspired by the F-150 of the same name. I'm Fox News Autos editor Gary Gasterloo, and joining me in the Fox garage is Ford Performance Chief Engineer Carl Widman. Welcome.
Thanks, Gary.
So you've already got some extreme versions of the Bronco, the Wildtrak, the Badlands, the Sasquatch. What's different about the Raptor?
So for performance, we, of course, do the F-150 Raptor and the Ranger Raptor. And what we've done is take that essence of Baja capability from the factory and put it into the Bronco. So we've put a lot of suspension travel in it. It's got 13 inches of travel in the front, 14 in the rear. So to do that, we had to redesign the entire suspension. So unique frame, front suspension, rear suspension. We put a 3-liter engine in it, so it's a unique Ford Performance 3-liter that we've upgraded turbos, induction, exhaust, and put so much power out. We had to upgrade the drive shaft, front and rear axles. So the whole powertrain system that's putting the torque to the ground is all new for this vehicle.
400 horsepower. Now, this is designed, unlike some of the other models, for really high-speed off-road driving, not just the rock crawling.
Correct. So what's interesting about the Bronco Raptor, it's designed and tested really alongside our Gen 3 F-150 Raptor. So it holds pace in Borrego, where we test it in California. But we also do a lot of testing in Johnson Valley for rock crawling, low speed. So it's really, it does both well. So some people refer to it as an Ultra 4 inspired vehicle because it can do rock crawling and high speed at the same time. A lot of the design elements in the front of the front axles, front half shaft, steering gears. Since we do rock crawling with a 37-inch standard tire, with all that torque, we had to redesign both the ring gears on the axle, all the forgings going into it, the side tube bushings, attachments to the frame. So when you rock crawl at low speed with that locking axle and lift that whole truck up, that torque can be transmitted through the axle system and be robust to that. So that's all new for this Bronco Raptor also, to make rock crawling and high speed together.
Now, I noticed it has the 3 amber lights in the grille like the F-150 Raptor does in heavy-duty trucks. That typically indicates the truck's too wide. There's federal regulations on that. Is this really wide enough that it requires that, or is it just a styling element on the Bronco Raptor?
It is the same width as an F-150 Raptor. So we laid out the Bronco Raptor. It is the same track width as an F-150 Raptor, same suspension travels as an F-150 Raptor. So yes, those are required for legal reasons. So you'll see the rear stoplight also has the 3, and we have side indicators, not on the fender flares because they come off on the Bronco Raptor. So we put the marker in the mirror. So in the side mirror is where we do our running lights for indicating the exterior dimensions of the vehicle to meet regulations.
Now, there really hasn't been an SUV on sale like this before. You do sell the F-150 Raptor and overseas for now, the Ranger Raptor. Is this a market? Is it a big market? Is it something a lot of off-roaders do with custom trucks, or is this kind of a niche within this world?
There is no competitor for it. That's for sure. I think what we do at Ford Performance, we will take a vehicle like the Bronco and make it the best it can be. So with the Bronco being in the lineup, this really creates the pinnacle of that performance, accentuating both the rock crawling and the high-speed off-road. Been a lot of excitement in that space for people who modify vehicles and upfit them. So we're pretty confident this will hit the mark with that crowd.
Now, I noticed you're offering this in a couple of varieties. You've got the base Raptor with the washout interior and the synthetic upholstery, but then you've also got the luxury side of things. I do see a lot of F-150 Raptors here in New York that don't usually have much dirt on them. Do you think people are going to be buying this just for the styling, or do you think it's mostly going to go toward people that are going to put it to work out in the wilderness?
I think what's great about this vehicle is it'll appeal to a lot of different people. lot of different uses, right? You drive the vehicle, it's got the high seating position, that confident capability that it can do anything on the weekend, drive it during the week. So it will do trails and also out in Nevada and Arizona will run the desert, right? So I think, we'll get volume on the East Coast. A lot of volume of F-150 Raptors are in Nevada, Arizona, California. So I expect that same type of sales distribution on Bronco Raptor with a lot of Western sales, but a lot of people who go upstate New York on the weekend and run them, right? So I think it'll appeal to a lot of different customers out there.
Now, the Bronco's only been on sale about half a year. This will be coming out this summer. You can't even keep up with demand right now, partially because of the issues affecting the industry, but just because this is so popular. Why bring a Halo model like this out now? I mean, do you even really need it at this point? You're selling so well with the Bronco.
Yeah, I think, just like the F-150 Raptor, I think the F-150 is doing really well. I think you always want a touch point for the ultimate that product can be. And I think that the Bronco Raptor does that on the Bronco nameplate. So I think it's appropriately placed to create excitement and deliver on the best that a Bronco can be.
Now, Ford, of course, is going electric in the coming years. You've said you'll probably have a Bronco-style electric SUV in the future, but this will be on sale for a couple more years now for sure. Is the Raptor the peak Bronco, or do you think there's even more you could do with this platform, something customers might want to consider might be coming down the road in a few years?
Yeah, I think for what we have today, we know that the Bronco Raptor can keep pace on our test circuits with an F-150 Raptor, which is, 10 years in development. So our goal was to deliver the Bronco Raptor at that same capability and understanding that we do on the F-150 Raptor. And the Raptor is capable of holding the Raptor brand. So we're pretty excited about that.
All right, Carl Widman, Ford Performance Chief Engineer, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Gary.
And to read more about the new Bronco Raptor, head on over to foxnewsautos.com.